Hey there, gamers and aspiring criminals. Let's talk GTA Online, the online playground where chaos reigns supreme. You can race supercars, run illegal businesses, and even rob banks. But nothing compares to the thrill of the Diamond Casino Heist, the ultimate test of skill, strategy, and teamwork. In this guide, we'll break down everything you need to know to conquer this challenging heist and walk away with pockets full of cash. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or a fresh-faced newbie, get ready to dive into the action-packed world of the Diamond Casino Heist. Think of Los Santos as a giant sandbox filled with opportunities and dangers. You can be whoever you want, from a high-rolling CEO to a notorious gangster. But one thing remains constant: the desire for wealth and the thrill of the chase. And that's where the Diamond Casino Heist comes in. Standing tall amidst the glitz and glamour of Vinewood, the Diamond Casino and Resort is a beacon of luxury and vice. Owned by the ruthless Duggan family, this opulent den of sin is where the elite come to gamble their fortunes. But beneath the surface of sparkling champagne and high-stakes poker lies a vault filled with diamonds, cash, and enough loot to make even the most hardened criminal drool. As you step into the casino, you'll be greeted by the clinking of slot machines, the cheers of lucky gamblers, and the watchful eyes of security guards. It's a world of high rollers and lowlifes, where fortunes are won and lost in the blink of an eye. But you're not here for the games of chance. You're here for the big score, the Diamond Casino Heist. Before you even think about setting foot in the vault, you need a plan, a crew, and a whole lot of firepower. This heist is no walk in the park. It requires meticulous planning, flawless execution, and a little bit of luck. That's where this guide comes in. We'll be your virtual heist coach, guiding you through every step of the way. From scoping out the joint to choosing the right approach, we've got you covered. We'll show you how to maximize your profits, minimize your risks, and escape with your life and your loot intact. Every master criminal needs a base of operations, a place away from prying eyes where they can plan their next move. For the Diamond Casino Heist, your new HQ is an unassuming arcade. Don't let the flashing lights and vintage games fool you. This is no ordinary arcade. Beneath the surface lies a high-tech planning room, complete with a magnetic board, heist blueprints, and enough computing power to rival the Pentagon. But first, you need to acquire this digital den. Lester, your ever-reliable contact in the criminal underworld, will point you towards a rundown arcade available for purchase. Once you've signed the dotted line, and maybe dodged a few debt collectors, it's time to transform this retro relic into a state-of-the-art heist command center. You'll need to invest in essential upgrades, like a master control terminal, a vault laser cutter, and even a getaway vehicle workshop. It's a hefty investment, but trust me, the payoff will be worth every penny. After all, you can't pull off the heist of the century with outdated joysticks and a broken Pac-Man machine, can you? Section 2. Assembling the A-Team, staff and crew members. Heists are rarely a one-person job, and the Diamond Casino Heist is no exception. You'll need a skilled crew to pull off this daring operation. Fortunately, Los Santos is teeming with talented and not-so-talented individuals willing to lend their expertise. For a cut of the profits, of course. First up, you'll need to hire support staff for your arcade. This includes a technician to maintain your equipment, a route planner to analyze potential getaway paths, and even a hacker to provide crucial intel during the heist itself. Each staff member brings their own unique skills and experience to the table, so choose wisely. Next, it's time to assemble your heist crew. You can opt for loyal friends who'll have your back in a firefight, or hire skilled professionals who'll demand a larger share of the loot, but might just make the difference between a successful heist and a catastrophic failure. From seasoned drivers to expert hackers, each crew member plays a vital role in ensuring your escape with the loot. Section 3. Gathering intel. Scoping out the casino. Knowledge is power. especially when you're planning to infiltrate a heavily guarded casino. Before you even think about stepping foot inside the Diamond, you'll need to gather intel on its layout, security systems, and potential weaknesses. This is where things get interesting. You'll embark on a series of recon missions, utilizing high-tech gadgets and good old-fashioned observation to gather crucial information. You'll be snapping photos of security cameras, infiltrating restricted areas, and even piloting drones to map out the casino's ventilation system. Pay close attention to detail during these missions. The information you gather will be crucial for choosing the right approach for the heist and ensuring a smooth getaway. Remember, the more you know about your target, the better equipped you'll be to exploit its weaknesses. Section 4. Prepping the heist. Optional missions for maximum payout. While the core setup missions are essential for initiating the Diamond Casino Heist, there are several optional missions you can undertake to increase your chances of success and maximize your potential payout. These missions involve acquiring additional equipment, gathering intel on valuable targets within the casino, and even sabotaging the casino's security measures. For instance, you can choose to steal faster getaway vehicles, giving you an edge while evading the authorities. You can also scout out the casino's vault contents, identifying high-value targets like diamonds, gold, or even rare artwork, leading to a bigger payday. These optional missions might require additional effort and resources, but the rewards can be substantial. A well-prepared heist is more likely to succeed, and a successful heist with high-value loot translates to a fatter wallet for you and your crew. Alright, aspiring masterminds, let's talk tactics. First up, we've got the silent and sneaky approach. This is for those who prefer finesse over firepower, stealth over brute force. Think of yourselves as ghosts, slipping unseen through the casino's defenses, leaving no trace except for a few emptied vaults. The name says it all. Your goal is to get in and out without raising any alarms. You'll be disguised as maintenance workers, security personnel, or other inconspicuous staff, blending seamlessly into the casino environment. This approach requires patience, precision, and nerves of steel. One wrong move, one accidental bump into a guard, and your cover is blown. But pull it off right, and you'll be slipping out with the loot before the casino staff even realizes what hit them. Next, we have the big con, an approach that's all about deception and trickery. Remember those elaborate heist movies where the crew infiltrates a high-security facility by posing as a SWAT team, a cleaning crew, or even a group of firefighters? Yeah, this is your chance to live out those Hollywood fantasies. With the big con, you'll be using disguises, props, and carefully timed distractions to bypass security checkpoints and access restricted areas. You might find yourselves posing as a team of fumigators, a group of VIP guests, or even a band of clueless tourists here for a free casino tour. This approach requires careful coordination and a bit of acting chops. You'll need to maintain your cover, follow the script, and convince everyone around you that you belong there. Remember, the key to a successful con is confidence. Don't break character, even when the pressure is on. Now, for those of you who prefer a more direct approach, there's always the aggressive option. This is for the adrenaline junkies, the ones who believe that sometimes the best solution is a well-placed explosion and a hail of bullets. As you might have guessed, aggressive is all about overwhelming firepower and brute force. You'll storm the casino, guns blazing, taking down security guards, disabling surveillance systems, and fighting your way to the vault. This approach is not for the faint of heart. It's chaotic, risky, and requires a well-coordinated team with exceptional combat skills. But hey, sometimes there's a certain satisfaction in going in loud and leaving a trail of chaos in your wake. Section 4. Choosing your destiny. Weighing the risks and rewards. So, which approach is right for you? That depends on your playstyle, your crew's strengths, and your tolerance for risk. Each approach comes with its own set of pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages. Silent and Sneaky offers the potential for the highest payout, as you minimize damage and avoid detection. However, it also requires the most precision and coordination. One wrong step can turn a stealthy infiltration into a chaotic firefight. The Big Con offers a balance between risk and reward. It's less demanding than Silent and Sneaky, but still requires careful planning and execution. The potential payout is slightly lower, but the chances of success are generally higher. Aggressive is the riskiest approach, with the lowest potential payout due to potential fines and losses during the chaotic escape. However, it's also the most straightforward and arguably the most fun, especially if you have a trigger-happy crew who enjoys a good firefight. Section 5, A Word from the Wise, My Personal Heist Experiences. Now, let me share some wisdom from my own heist adventures. I've experienced the thrill of a perfectly executed Silent and Sneaky run, the satisfaction of pulling off a flawless Big Con, and yes, even the chaotic adrenaline rush of an aggressive assault. Each approach has its own unique charm. I've found that Silent and Sneaky is incredibly rewarding when it works, but it can be incredibly frustrating when things go wrong. The Big Con is a solid all-around choice, offering a good balance of risk and reward. And aggressive? Well, let's just say it's a great way to blow off some steam after a long day in Los Santos. My advice? Don't be afraid to experiment. Try out different approaches. See what works best for you and your crew, and most importantly, have fun. The Diamond Casino Heist is an incredible experience, and it's meant to be enjoyed. Now go out there, grab your crew, and show those Duggan fools what happens when you mess with the wrong criminals. Mastering the art of stealth, silent, and sneaky strategies. Our goal is to be invisible, undetectable, like whispers in the wind, slip through defenses, relieve them of valuables, and disappear. Disguise is key. Blending in is paramount. Security guard uniforms allow free movement. Master the art of the stealth takedown. A silenced pistol is your best friend. Study the layout, learn patrol routes, identify blind spots. The con is on executing the perfect Big Con. Let's talk about deception, subterfuge, and the art of pulling off the Big Con. This approach is all about maintaining a convincing facade, using disguises and props to fool the casino staff and security systems. Remember, confidence is key. Walk like you belong there, talk like you belong there, and for goodness sake, try not to blow your cover by pulling out a grenade launcher in the middle of the casino floor. The beauty of the Big Con lies in its variety. You could pose as a team of maintenance workers, a group of high rollers here for a private tournament, or even a squad of NOOC agents conducting a surprise security audit. Each disguise comes with its own set of advantages and challenges, so choose wisely based on your crew's strengths and the specific objectives of the heist. Timing is crucial. You'll need to coordinate your movements with distractions, using carefully timed EMP blasts, smoke grenades, or even staged accidents to create chaos and confusion. While the guards are busy dealing with a gas leak or a power outage, you'll be slipping past unnoticed, making your way towards your objective. And don't underestimate the power of a good poker face. Even if things start to go sideways, maintain your composure. Remember, you're not just criminals in fancy dress. You're actors playing a role. Stay in character, adapt to unexpected situations, and always have a backup plan. Shock and awe. Aggressive approach tactics. For those who prefer a more explosive approach, let's talk about the aggressive option. This is for the players who believe that sometimes the best solution is a well-placed RPG and a whole lot of lead. We're not here for subtlety, we're here to make a statement. But even amidst the chaos, a little strategy goes a long way. First and foremost, firepower is your friend. Equip yourselves with high-capacity weapons, armor-piercing rounds, and enough explosives to make Michael Bay blush. Think assault rifles, shotguns, grenade launchers, the kind of hardware that sends a clear message. We're here for the money, and we're not afraid to use force. But brute force alone won't cut it. Coordination is key, even in the midst of a firefight. Assign roles within your crew. A designated point person to lead the charge, a heavy weapons specialist to provide covering fire, and a hacker to disable security systems and create strategic advantages. And remember, speed is of the essence. The longer you stay in the casino, the more reinforcements will arrive. And trust me, the Duggan security forces don't mess around. Hit the vault hard and fast, grab the loot, and get out before the entire Los Santos Police Department descends upon you. Gearing up for success. Weapon and vehicle recommendations. No matter your chosen approach, having the right tools for the job can make all the difference between a successful heist and a swift trip to the respawn screen. Let's talk about some weapon and vehicle recommendations to give you an edge in the Diamond Casino Heist. When it comes to weaponry, versatility is key. A silenced pistol is essential for stealth takedowns in the silent and sneaky approach, while the aggressive approach demands heavy firepower like assault rifles, shotguns, and even RPGs for dealing with armored enemies and breaching fortified doors. Don't underestimate the importance of armor. Invest in high-level body armor to increase your survivability during firefights. And consider carrying a variety of explosives, from sticky bombs to grenades, for dealing with groups of enemies or breaching locked doors and safes. For your getaway vehicle, speed and handling are paramount. The Karin Kuruma, armored, is a popular choice, offering a good balance of speed, armor, and maneuverability, allowing you to navigate tight city streets while withstanding enemy fire. If you prefer raw power and speed, consider the Ocelot Pariah or the Grotti Itali GTO. Just be prepared to handle their sensitive handling at high speeds. Section 5. The right crew for the job. Choosing your specialists. Remember those heist movies where each crew member has a specific skill set, a unique talent that contributes to the overall success of the operation? Well, the Diamond Casino Heist isn't all that different. Assembling the right crew with the right skills is crucial, especially for the more challenging approaches. First and foremost, you'll need a skilled hacker. This digital mastermind is responsible for disabling security systems, manipulating cameras, and buying you precious time during the heist. A high-level hacker can mean the difference between a clean getaway and getting swarmed by security guards. Next, consider your driver. This isn't just your average Uber driver. This is the person responsible for getting you and your loot out of Dodge when things inevitably go sideways. Choose a driver with nerves of steel, lightning reflexes, and a knack for evading even the most persistent police pursuit. Depending on your chosen approach, you might also want to consider a gunman with exceptional combat skills or a demolition expert who can handle explosives with precision. Remember, each crew member takes a cut of the final take, so choose wisely, balancing skill with cost effectiveness. Section 6. Practice makes perfect, honing your heist skills. The Diamond Casino Heist is a challenging endeavor, a true test of skill, strategy, and teamwork. It's not something you just waltz into and conquer on the first try, unless you're incredibly lucky or a gaming savant. Like any worthy challenge in life, it requires practice, preparation, and a willingness to learn from your mistakes. Don't be afraid to experiment with different approaches, crew compositions, and strategies. The more you play, the more you'll learn about the casino's layout, security systems, and enemy AI. You'll discover hidden pathways, exploit weaknesses, and develop your own unique approach to tackling this daring heist. And remember, communication is key, especially when working with a team. Utilize in-game voice chat or external communication tools to coordinate your movements, share intel, and warn each other of potential threats. A well-coordinated team can overcome even the most daunting challenges. Most importantly, have fun. Section 1. Insider Secrets. Unlocking the Vault of Knowledge. Now that we've covered the basics, let's delve into some insider secrets, those lesser-known tips and tricks that can elevate your heist game from amateur to expert. Consider this your advanced training, a crash course in the finer points of relieving the Diamond Casino of its ill-gotten gains. First up, remember those optional setup missions? They're not just for show. Completing them might seem like extra work, but trust me, the payoff is worth it. Scoping out the casino's vault contents, for instance, allows you to target the most valuable loot, maximizing your potential profits. Speaking of loot, did you know that the contents of the vault can vary from day to day? That's right, sometimes Lady Luck smiles upon even the most cunning criminals. Keep an eye out for those special days when the vault is rumored to hold diamonds or gold instead of the usual stacks of cash. It could mean the difference between a decent payday and a life-changing score. And here's a little secret for those stealthy players out there. Did you know that you can use the casino's security cameras to your advantage? By hacking into the system, you can not only monitor guard movements, but also temporarily disable specific cameras, creating blind spots for your crew to exploit. Just be sure to reactivate them before your tampering is noticed. Section 2. Maximizing your take. From pennies to millions. We're not in this for the thrill alone, folks. We're here for the money, the big bucks, the kind of cash that lets you retire to a tropical island and sip champagne on the beach while laughing at the mundane lives of law-abiding citizens. So let's talk about how to maximize your take in the Diamond Casino Heist. First and foremost, speed is key. The longer you spend inside the casino, the more opportunities for things to go wrong. Guards get alerted, reinforcements arrive, and suddenly, that carefully planned heist turns into a chaotic shootout. Practice your route, minimize distractions, and get in and out as quickly as possible. Loot wisely. Time is precious during a heist, so don't waste it grabbing every last dollar. Focus on the high-value items, diamonds, gold, artwork. The kind of loot that fits snugly into a duffel bag but carries a hefty price tag. Leave the loose bills for those less discerning criminals who don't know any better. And remember, teamwork makes the dream work. Coordinate with your crew, divide and conquer, and make sure everyone gets their fair share of the loot. A happy crew is a successful crew, and a successful crew gets to enjoy the spoils of their criminal endeavors. Section 3. Exiting with style and loot. Mastering the getaway. Congratulations, you've infiltrated the Diamond Casino and now have a duffel bag full of cash. But the heist isn't over yet. Now comes the tricky part. The getaway. The moment you step outside, the Los Santos Police Department will be hot on your tail. Your driving skills and vehicle choice will determine your escape. Choose your escape route wisely. Avoid main roads and opt for back alleys and side streets. Remember those getaway vehicles? Now's the time to put them to the test. The armored Karen Kuruma is a solid choice for its speed and durability. Stay calm, anticipate police movements, and use your surroundings to your advantage. Section 4. The Art of Deception. Advanced Disguise Techniques. Disguises aren't just about looking the part. They're about blending in, acting the part, convincing everyone around you that you belong there. In the world of high-stakes heists, mastering the art of deception can mean the difference between success and failure. When utilizing disguises, pay attention to detail. It's not enough to simply don a uniform. You need to embody the role. Walk with purpose, mimic the mannerisms of those around you, and avoid any behavior that might arouse suspicion. Consider your surroundings. A security guard loitering near the vault might raise eyebrows, while a group of maintenance workers huddled around a security panel will likely attract unwanted attention. Think like a criminal mastermind, anticipate potential suspicions, and act accordingly. And remember, a good disguise is only as good as the person wearing it. Stay in character, even under pressure. If confronted, maintain your composure, offer a plausible explanation, and never, ever break character. The moment you do, the jig is up, and you might as well kiss those diamonds goodbye. Section 5. Avoiding common pitfalls. Don't be that heist crew. The Diamond Casino Heist is a complex operation, a delicate dance of planning, timing, and execution. Even with the best intentions, things can go wrong, sometimes hilariously so. Let's take a look at some common pitfalls to avoid, lest you become the laughingstock of the Los Santos underworld. First and foremost, communication is key. This seems obvious, but you'd be surprised how many heists go belly up because someone forgot to mention that they tripped a laser grid or accidentally launched a gas grenade into the middle of the crew. Use your headsets, talk to each other, and keep everyone informed of your actions and surroundings. Next, avoid unnecessary risks. Sure, it might seem like a good idea to show off your sharpshooting skills by taking out every security camera in the casino, but trust me, it's not worth it. The more chaos you create, the more attention you attract, and the more likely you are to end up in a standoff with every police officer in San Andreas. And for goodness sake, don't be a loot hog. Greed is a powerful motivator, but it's also the quickest way to turn your loyal crew into a band of backstabbing bandits. Divide the spoils fairly, ensuring everyone gets their cut. Remember, a successful heist is a team effort, and everyone deserves to share in the rewards. Section 1. The stealthy slip-ups. Silent and sneaky sabotage. The silent and sneaky approach. It's the path less traveled for a reason, folks. While the promise of minimal casualties and maximum payout is alluring, it's a tightrope walk where one misstep can send your meticulously crafted plan tumbling into a pit of chaos. So, let's shed light on those common blunders that can turn your stealthy heist into a symphony of sirens. First and foremost, remember those pesky security cameras? They're like the nosy neighbors of the security system, always watching, always judging. Forgetting to disable or destroy them is a rookie mistake, my friends. One accidental glance from those digital eyes, and your cover is blown faster than you can say, Diamond Tiara. Next up, let's talk about those stealth takedowns. They're a thing of beauty when executed properly, a silent ballet of incapacitation. But botch the timing, misjudge the distance, and you'll find yourself in a very loud, very messy brawl with a security guard who's suddenly very interested in the whereabouts of his missing partner. And speaking of guards, let's not forget about their patrol routes. These guys might seem like they're just aimlessly wandering around, but they have a job to do, a schedule to keep. Failing to memorize their movements is a surefire way to turn a casual stroll into an awkward encounter that ends with you explaining to the police why you're carrying a silenced pistol and wearing a maintenance worker's jumpsuit. Section 2. Con gone wrong. Big con blunders. The big con approach, a symphony of deception and trickery. But even the most elaborate cons can crumble under common mistakes. Let's expose those blunders that turn your heist into a comedy of errors. First, disguise discipline. Embody the role, move with purpose, avoid suspicion. No sprinting, no playing slots, no firefights. Next, timing. Coordinate movements with distractions. Mistime your EMP, fumble a smoke grenade, and you're surrounded by suspicious guards. And those pesky props. Crashing a cash trolley or setting it on fire attracts unwanted attention. Section 3. Mayhem mishaps. Aggressive approach errors. The aggressive approach. The preferred choice for those who believe that subtlety is overrated. But even amidst the chaos, there's a certain finesse to orchestrated mayhem. Let's look at common mistakes that turn explosive entries into embarrassing retreats. First, firepower. Heavy weaponry is key, but don't just grab the biggest gun. Ammo conservation is crucial. Next, collateral damage. Blowing up the wrong stuff can halt your heist. Avoid destroying vital escape routes. Finally, teamwork. Coordination is key, even in a firefight. Rushing in without a plan or ignoring backup calls leads to disaster. Section 1. Diamond Heist Domination. From zero to heist hero. So there you have it, aspiring criminal masterminds. We've journeyed through the glitzy, treacherous world of the Diamond Casino Heist, uncovering its secrets, mastering its challenges, and emerging victorious, hopefully, with pockets full of cash and a mischievous grin. Remember those early days, fumbling through setup missions, wondering if you'd ever breach the vault? Look at you now, a seasoned heist veteran, calling the shots, raking in the dough, and leaving a trail of envious players in your wake. We've explored the art of stealth, the thrill of the con, the chaotic ballet of the aggressive approach. We've learned the importance of careful planning, precise execution, and of course, having a reliable crew who won't accidentally blow up the getaway car. We've laughed at our mistakes, learned from our failures, and emerged from the crucible of the Diamond Casino as hardened criminals, ready to take on any challenge Los Santos throws our way. But our journey doesn't end here. The Diamond Casino Heist isn't a destination. It's a proving ground, a test of your skills and cunning. It's about pushing your limits, experimenting with different approaches, discovering new strategies, and, most importantly, having a blast while doing it. Section 2. Embrace the grind, the path to criminal mastery. Remember, even the most seasoned criminals had to start somewhere. Every master thief, every legendary con artist, every notorious gangster, they all began their careers with a single daring heist, a leap of faith into the unknown. The Diamond Casino Heist is your opportunity to forge your own criminal legacy, to etch your name into the annals of Los Santos history. Don't be afraid to experiment, to try new things, to fail spectacularly, and then dust yourself off and try again. The beauty of the Diamond Casino Heist lies in its replayability, in the endless possibilities it offers for creativity, strategy, and, let's be honest, a healthy dose of mayhem. Embrace the grind, my friends. Hone your skills, master those stealth takedowns, perfect your poker face, and learn to handle a getaway car like a stunt driver on a sugar rush. The more you play, the more you'll discover, the better you'll become, and the sweeter those victories will taste. And who knows? Maybe one day, you'll find yourself mentoring a new generation of heist enthusiasts, sharing your hard-earned wisdom, guiding them through the intricacies of the Diamond Casino, and watching with pride as they pull off their own daring heists. Section 3. See you in Los Santos. Time to claim your fortune. So go forth, my fellow criminals. The glittering facade of the Diamond Casino and Resort awaits, its vault overflowing with ill-gotten gains, its security systems ripe for exploitation, its staff completely oblivious to the storm that's about to be unleashed upon them. Gather your crew, plan your heist, and prepare to experience the adrenaline-pumping thrill of pulling off one of the most daring robberies in Los Santos history. The city awaits, and so does your fortune. See you in Los Santos, my friends, and remember, stay classy, stay stealthy, or not, and always, always have an escape route planned. Over and out.